Hello viewers, how are you tonight? Bears in North here with an exciting new video. Man, not that exciting. I updated some software on my computer and the firmware the other day, and lo and behold, my editor started working again. It now functions with AVI files, so I'm back for a while, at least until it stops working. Anyhow, I have some old footage from last winter. It was going to be part 3 of the Ayamaya double winter under quilt videos. Most of the footage is no longer relevant because I have changed stuff around. I have a new suspension system. I hang the underquilts differently. I have an underquilt protector. Instead of a sleeping bag, I now have a top quilt. So that's all a system, and the system is almost completely different. Found a couple of pieces of footage that may be of interest of me just testing out the two underquilts one at a time and both of them together with the sleeping bag, which really didn't work too well. So I'll pop it out there if it's of interest to you. And well, next winter I guess I will have to shoot some more and with the new system, and we'll see how that works. Thanks for watching.
Our temperature is a balmy 34 degrees today. That's why I like synthetic insulation, because conditions like this, your gear can get wet, and then the temperature plummets at night and it's frozen. At least synthetic gear gives you insulative properties even when wet. All right, we are set here with a nice heavy winter load. Not that heavy, honestly, but we'll make this a quick one. I think I got a sinus thing coming down, so we'll make this a quick one, and I will see you in a moment. This is what I was talking about. I just laid the pack down on the snow, and it's already melted a little bit. The other day when I was out here, it was 13 degrees. Snow got on everything, and none of it melted. I just shook it off or brushed it off. Thus, synthetic insulation. Okay, I'm in this thing, and worked up a sweat getting into the bag, but at least I'm in. So let's take a look at how the underquilt is faring, shall we? Now on this side, you can see it's coming up nicely by my head, and that's, I believe, because of this shot cord right here. Feet side, see if we can see that. It's right under my feet, and I think it's okay. It's hard to tell, but from here it looks like it's okay, that my feet have adequate protection, and of course they're in the box, the foot box of the sleeping bag, so so there's that. I was starting to get some cold spots using just the orange underquilt, so the green underquilt is now tucked between the hammock and underquilt number 1. It's just tucked there, though it is not attached within. So this is underquilt number 2, as I said, between the hammock and underquilt number 1. And I have cold butt and a little bit of a cold spot on my back, but when I pull up on both sides of this, it feels like it warms up a bit. So I think this middle part of the center one probably needs to be a little tighter. Maybe the outer one too, and maybe that would take care of it. So if I use these, where are they? Well, the D-rings in the center here. Maybe if I use another one over here to pull up, that would help a bit to tighten it. Anyways, next is to remove both the underquilts and just lay in this with the sleeping bag and just see if I'm comfortable with that, because if I am, why do I need underquilts, right? Our top scientists tell us that underquilt theory goes that insulation under your body between you and the hammock gets compressed and doesn't hold in heat. The underquilt being outside the hammock will hold in the heat better. And I kind of think that's true. I agree with that. I'm wearing just my heavy-duty winter sleeping bag right now, and I took the underquilts off, and my butt and my back are cold. I didn't have that when I had the underquilt under there. Using the sleeping bag as a top quilt didn't work out very well. The underquilts were not adequate, either singly or both of them together. I still had a cold spot. Not as bad as I'm getting now, though.
As I mentioned before, this is all part of a system, and last winter I didn't really have the system. I didn't have all the components of it. This coming winter, hopefully I will, and hopefully it'll work better. And you may have noticed all of this gear is pretty much entry-level, inexpensive stuff. If it works, that's all I really care about. Even weight's not really an issue in the winter. I'm going to be pulling it in a sled anyhow. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Rather confusing temperature ratings on these. We'll have to wait till next winter to experiment more.